In the forgotten town of Duskwood, nestled deep within a dense, haunted forest, lived a peculiar innkeeper named Agatha Cackleberry. Agatha had a reputation for her dark humor and unsettling hospitality. Her inn, the Wailing Banshee, was known as a haven for the peculiar and the macabre. The Eerie of dark humor. Please subscribe to the Replicant Dreams. One fateful night, as a thunderstorm raged outside, a weary traveler named Edgar stumbled upon the Wailing Banshee. With a hunchbacked figure and wild, unkempt hair, Edgar looked like a character straight out of a horror novel. Agatha's eyes gleamed with delight as she saw the perfect opportunity to entertain her guests. "Welcome, dear Edgar, to the Wailing Banshee," Agatha cackled, her voice echoing through the halls. "We have just the room for you. It's called the Crypt Chamber. Don't worry, it's cozy, in its own morbid way." Edgar chuckled nervously, unsure whether to be amused or terrified. Agatha led him through dimly lit corridors adorned with cobwebs and flickering candles. They passed eerie portraits that seemed to watch their every move, and Edgar swore he heard whispers echoing through the halls. Finally, they arrived at the Crypt Chamber. The room was decorated like a miniature graveyard, complete with tombstone-shaped pillows and a creaking canopy bed that resembled an ancient mausoleum. Edgar tried to hide his unease as Agatha handed him a skeleton-shaped key. "Rest well, Edgar," Agatha grinned wickedly. "May your dreams be as twisted as the branches of the forbidden forest." As the door creaked shut behind her, Edgar was left alone in the eerie chamber. The wind whistled through the cracks, and shadows danced upon the walls. He tried to dismiss the unsettling atmosphere and prepared to sleep. Just as Edgar was drifting off, he heard a soft, spectral voice whispering his name. Startled, he sat up, only to find a transparent figure hovering in the corner of the room. It was the ghost of a long-deceased poet, reciting verses of dark humor and melancholic prose. "Ah, another lost soul seeking respite in the crypt chamber," the ghost mused. "Fear not, for your stay here shall be interesting, to say the least." Edgar couldn't believe his eyes or his luck. He found himself engaged in a lively conversation with the ghostly poet, exchanging jokes and morbid anecdotes. They laughed at the absurdity of life and death, embracing the strange camaraderie that had formed in the depths of the Wailing Banshee. Meanwhile, Agatha listened outside the door, her laughter mingling with the storm outside. She had orchestrated this bizarre encounter, hoping to bring a touch of dark humor to her guests' lives. Agatha reveled in the knowledge that Edgar was both terrified and entertained, just as she intended. As the night waned, the storm subsided, and Edgar bid farewell to the ghostly poet. He thanked Agatha for the peculiar experience, leaving the Wailing Banshee with a mix of relief and fond memories. From that night forward, the Wailing Banshee became a destination for those seeking a peculiar blend of terror and amusement. Travelers from far and wide would brave the haunted forest to experience Agatha's twisted sense of humor and the eerie encounters that awaited them in the crypt chamber. And as for Edgar, he would forever remember the Wailing Banshee as a place where darkness and laughter danced hand in hand, a haven for the strange, the spooky, and the darkly humorous. The end. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the Replicant Dreams.